Welcome back to News Around, your trusted lighthouse in the often stormy seas of celebrity journalism. Tonight, we turn the page to a chapter that feels less like a news report and more like the climax of a timeless romance novel. In an industry defined by fleeting flings and scripted publicity stunts, we rarely witness a moment of pure, unadulterated vulnerability. But recently, under the velvet sky of Istanbul, overlooking the shimmering waters of the Bosphorus, the script was flipped. We are talking, of course, about the night Halil İbrahim Ceyhan brought time to a standstill and asked Sıla Türkoğlu the most important question of their lives. This was not just a proposal, it was a cultural moment for millions of fans who have championed this pairing from the very beginning. As we prepare to walk you through every breathtaking detail of this evening, from the trembling hands to the tearful yes, we invite you to solidify your place in our community. If you believe in love stories that transcend the screen, press that subscribe button. And for those who wish to support independent, high-caliber storytelling, the join button is your gateway to exclusive perks and our eternal gratitude. Your support allows us to paint these pictures with words. Now, let us step onto that terrace overlooking the sea. To understand the magnitude of this event, one must first understand the setting. It was a night that seemed to have been curated by fate itself. The venue, a private sanctuary perched on the edge of the Bosphorus, offered a panoramic view of two continents bridging together, a poetic metaphor for the union about to take place. The guest list was a carefully selected circle of trust, close friends, industry confidants, and family members, all gathered under the guise of a simple, elegant celebration. The atmosphere was one of understated luxury. The clinking of crystal glasses and the soft murmur of conversation filled the air, masking the delightful storm that was brewing in the heart of one man. As the evening matured, a subtle shift occurred in the ambience. The ambient chatter faded as the music transitioned from upbeat rhythms to a soulful, melodic tempo that seemed to pull at the heartstrings. The lighting, previously bright and convivial, dimmed to a warm, golden glow, casting long, dramatic shadows and focusing the room's energy toward the center. It was in this hushed expectancy that Halil İbrahim Ceyhan made his move. Taking Sıla Türkoğlu by the hand, a hand he has held figuratively in the eyes of fans for years, he stepped toward the microphone. The room collectively held its breath. This was not the confident stride of an actor on set. This was the tentative, heavy step of a man laying his soul bare. When Halil İbrahim Ceyhan began to speak, he did not resort to clichés or rehearsed lines. Witnesses describe his voice as trembling slightly, thick with an emotion that no amount of acting training can simulate. He spoke not of their fame or their success, but of peace. He described Sıla not as a co-star or a celebrity, but as the anchor in his life, the quiet harbor where he found rest amidst the chaos of their profession. He spoke of the preciousness of time, a poignant theme for two individuals whose schedules are dictated by shooting calls and public appearances. He articulated how every stolen moment, every shared silence, had built the foundation of the man he had become. It was a speech that stripped away the veneer of stardom, leaving only a man deeply, irrevocably in love. And then, the crescendo, the drop to one knee. As he produced the ring, a symbol of eternity pulled from the pocket of his tuxedo. The silence in the room was absolute, broken only by the sharp intake of breath from the guests. The focus shifted instantly to Sıla Türkoğlu. Known for her poise and grace on screen, in this moment, she was beautifully unguarded. The surprise on her face was genuine, a mixture of shock and overwhelming joy that quickly dissolved into tears. Her eyes, reflecting the dim lights and the sparkle of the ring, told a story of their own. When the word yes finally escaped her lips, it was not a performance, it was a release. The applause that followed was thunderous, a release of tension from a room that had been suspended in emotional anticipation. But amidst the cheering guests and the flashing cameras, the couple seemed to exist in a vacuum. They embraced for a long time, an embrace that onlookers described as desperate and jubilant, a physical sealing of the verbal contract they had just made. In that hug, the world of gossip, the critics, and the cameras ceased to exist. It was just Halil and Sıla, two souls finally anchoring themselves to one another. This moment was undeniably cinematic, but it raises a question for you, the audience. Do you prefer these grand, semi-public declarations of love, or is a private proposal more meaningful? We want to hear your ideal proposal scenarios in the comments below. And while you are typing, don't forget to like this video if you are enjoying this narrative journey. Your engagement helps us bring more of these deep dive stories to life. And a special reminder, hitting the join button makes you a producer of this content. Join us, and let's build this channel together. In the aftermath of the proposal, as the photos began to flood social media, the internet's attention turned to the aesthetics of the night. Sıla Türkoğlu has long been a style icon, but her look for this evening was praised for its symbolic simplicity. She wore a dress that was striking yet unpretentious, complemented by natural makeup that highlighted her radiant smile rather than masking it. Fashion critics and magazine commentators were quick to give her top marks, noting that her elegance lay in her authenticity. She did not look like a woman prepared for a photo shoot, she looked like a woman prepared for a life. Beside her, Halil İbrahim Ceyhan cut a figure of classic masculinity. His attire was sharp, elegant, and timeless, perfectly harmonizing with his future wife. Together, they presented a visual unity that fans have long craved, a power couple not just in status, but in style and spirit. The harmony was palpable, extending beyond their outfits to their very body language. Sources close to the couple have since revealed the depth of the planning involved. This was not a spur-of-the-moment decision. Halil İbrahim Ceyhan, knowing that Sıla valued deep, romantic gestures over flashy displays, reportedly spent months curating every detail. From the specific angle of the Bosphorus view to the timing of the song change, nothing was left to chance. The fact that he managed to keep this a secret in an industry where leaks are currency is a testament to his dedication and the loyalty of his inner circle. This meticulous planning speaks volumes about their relationship dynamics. It suggests a love based on deep understanding. Halil knew exactly what would touch Sıla's heart, not a stadium filled with strangers, but a room filled with love. This quiet luxury of emotion stands in stark contrast to the loud, often performative relationships we frequently see in the tabloids. It is, as many commentators have noted, a return to the old-school romance. Dignified, sincere, and profoundly private even in its public revelation. As the initial wave of excitement settles, the conversation has naturally shifted to the wedding itself. Gossip columns are already buzzing with rumors, but the prevailing theory aligns perfectly with the couple's character. Despite their immense fame, sources suggest that Halil and Sıla are opting for an intimate ceremony. They are reportedly prioritizing peace and personal connection over a wedding of the century spectacle. This decision to take things slow is being hailed by fans as a sign of maturity. In a world that demands constant content, they are choosing to prioritize the health of their bond. The narrative here is clear: the wedding is for them, not for the audience. However, this has not stopped fans from dreaming. The desire to see them collaborate on a new project is at an all-time high. The chemistry that just secured a marriage proposal is a commodity that producers are undoubtedly eager to bottle once again. The engagement of Halil İbrahim Ceyhan and Sıla Türkoğlu is more than just celebrity news. It is a validation of the hope that true connection can survive the spotlight. It was a night where the Bosphorus bore witness to a promise kept and a future begun. As they stepped out of that venue and back into the flashing lights of the waiting press, they did so not just as co-stars, but as partners for life. The echoes of that yes will resonate for a long time, not just in the gossip columns, but in the hearts of fans who have watched this story unfold from the very first rumor to this magnificent reality. We are witnessing the beginning of a legacy couple, one whose story is being written in ink that will not fade. Thank you for joining us for this special edition of News Around. We hope we have captured the magic of that night for you. We will continue to track the journey of Halil and Sıla as they navigate the road to the altar. What do you think the wedding will look like? A beach in the Aegean or a historic mansion in Istanbul? Share your predictions below. If you value this kind of detailed, respectful, and high-quality reporting, please subscribe and turn on notifications. And for those who want to stand with us as we elevate celebrity journalism, the join button is waiting for your click. Your support creates these stories. Until the next headline breaks, stay romantic, stay curious, and keep watching News Around. Goodbye.